Welcome, friends. Be sure to stick around to the end for a really special announcement. Now, on to the video. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at these two extremes of the Ferrocerium world. And before we get started, if you would, take a look at the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you get more of our content in the future. And also make sure you hit that like button if you like the content. And consider ringing that bell to get all your notifications so you don't miss anything on the DIY Maker channel. We do use affiliate links to help support the channel. And you can find all of that stuff right down in the comment section below this screen. But let's take a look at what it takes to get a fire going with these two solutions. Now, one of these is designed to fit right in the corkscrew of your Swiss Army knife. The other one isn't really going to fit anywhere very well because it's gargantuan, I think is a great word for this. This is from Uberleben. I was saddened to learn that recently this 8-inch model was actually, they decided not to continue on with this. And I was a little sad because this was great because it fit my big hand so well. And, you know, with the 20,000 strike expected life, that was going to last me for a long time. And I actually made a really nice sheath edition for my Mora. I was sad when they said they weren't going to make this anymore. But they do have some other ones that I'll put some links to that are even nicer than this one. And they do still make the Craftig, but I think they call it the Craftig Pro now. And the Hex line of fire starters are also good. They're both 1/2 inch diameter, but the days of the 8-inch long starter seem to be numbered at Uberleben. But anyway, let's get to processing some fat wood and see if we can get it lit up. Now, it is very wet here today in the outdoor studio. We've had a couple of days of really, really severe weather here in California. But I'm not complaining because I'll tell you, we needed that rain for sure. All right. That should get going for one of these. And we'll get another little pile over here. And that was Mustang Sally up in the pasture behind me, announcing her displeasure at her late feeding today. And I do apologize for that, Mustang Sally. But it's not my fault. All right. So when you're using the fire ant, which again is quite convenient because it does store right in your Swiss Army knife, right in the corkscrew, it is pretty cool. But you know, you're going to get maybe somewhere between 10 and 100 strikes out of one of these. They're not expensive, and they are quite handy. And they're going to give you another way out of not having a fire. But for this demo, I'm going to use the saw blade on the Swiss Army knife because it's got a really nice sharp edge on the back. Now, they do recommend that you get a fingertip behind this when you're striking it, but I got to be honest with you, I really struggle with that because my fingers are just too big to get in there. Now, we are struggling a little bit here. Could be the moisture. Wow, this has really been quite a chore. I think this wet log is sucking the heat right out of this. And this may be an opportunity to see how well the absolutely overwhelming spark spray from this Uberleben Kraftig is at starting a fire. I've never had this fail. Yeah, one strike, here's your fire, no problem there. You know, I'm going to continue to try this little guy. I've had it work in good conditions. It is a little more challenging. Like I said, there is a lot of moisture here. So I did get one of the fire ant fire starters just to give it a little bit more chance, because, you know, catching these fibers here might be a little easier than this fat wood sitting on a wet log. Let's see if that makes a difference. It sure does. And there we go. We've got the fire ant and the gargantuan fire starter from Uberleben. And, you know, both are going to get you a fire. This is a little more challenging, but a lot more compact. This thing is useful for when you're just, look, I'm fed up. I want a fire right now. And like I said, this guy's never let me down. And do check out the Uberleben products. They're really exceptional quality. You've just seen this enormous Uberleben Kraftig 8" by 1/2" Ferrocerium rod against the little tiny microscopic fire ant for the corkscrew of a Swiss Army knife. And I've been linking to this because I think it's a great fire starter. But then I found out that a lot of the links were breaking, and I contacted Uberleben and I said, hey guys, what's going on? Or why is this out of stock? And they said, oh, hey Bill, you know, yeah, we're sorry. We've discontinued the really big old school Craftig fire starter, and we've replaced it with a new one. And they said, hey, can we get you one of those to feature in your videos? I said, oh, heck yes, you can. I would love that. Now, I am kind of sad to see this gargantuan fire starter go away. Obviously, mine's not going anywhere because it's still got quite a few strikes left in it. But I do want to show you the new coolness. This is the Craftig Pro, and it's got a beautifully made wooden handle on it and a paracord leash. Now, I do say, you know, the paracord leash is really nice, but I did like the shock cord leash on this one because it actually worked really well with the retention on my sheath that I made. So I would really like a shock cord option for this as well. I've got some shock cord. I might just make one, but it fits in my knife sheath perfectly, and it looks great too. And it's got the same 1/2" diameter, excellent Ferrocerium rod material that Uberleben is famous for. The other thing I want to point out that I've never really mentioned it before, because I always use this knife to strike with, but the striker that comes with the Uberleben rods is also very unique in that it's got a little sculpted edge to gouge the rod with that really amplifies the sharpness. So it's not just a sharp square edge, it's actually got an edge to dig in and grab a hold of that Ferrocerium rod. So when you strike with it, first one's going to remove the coating on the outside. You're going to get a flood of really good sparks out of this thing. And eventually, there we go. Got her that time. Again, a new fire striker takes a little bit to get them going and get them used to giving you a spark. You got to get through the painted coating. But anyway, this is a great tool for getting a fire going. I also do like to hold my Ferrocerium rod down against the surface when I'm making a fire and not kind of do it freehand. It gives me better direction of the sparks off the rod. But I got to say, this new Uberleben Pro that's going to replace the old school Uberleben Kraftig heavy duty. The Craftig Pro is a really, really nice Ferrocerium rod, and I'm very grateful to Uberleben for sending me one. And I do encourage you to check them out. Obviously, this is the one you can get. This one is actually just become a collector's item. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you had fun watching this, do give it a share on the social media. It really does help the channel. It helps us get the word out and helps us share this content with others in the outdoor space, whether it's bushcrafting, DIY, anything like that. It really does help support the channel. And remember, the affiliate links for all of the stuff here are shown in the description below. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.